Figures Alive! My name is Linh, and this is my co-host,
Edward Thomas.
I thought you said tribulation.
I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. My new name is Tribulation.
If you listen to our last podcast or another podcast about names and biblical names,
I've changed my name.
You get that reference.
I identify myself as, I can be called the Great Tribulation.
Okay.
7 of the
I like
worst
black
years.
hole better.
You like black hole?
Consumes everything and everyone.
Like a superhero. What's your name? Black hole. Oh, wow. I heard about you. I read it in the paper. You consume everything. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Everything and everyone.
I'm like, my goal is to bring about the destruction of the universe.
Like, who are the Marvels? Who are the Avengers? Anyway.
Come to the church of the depressing future.
Hey, a lot of people would join that.
I probably would. I'm sure, especially here in Scandinavia.
Today, we're going to share with you my real life story. A real life story that
oh my gosh.
I got to experience.
Lynn, did something happen to you?
Yeah.
Was it good or was it bad?
I don't know. I think it was bad.
I think it was
bad. What do you think?
Well, I mean, now that I read about it, I think it was really bad.
Ed had to read the story, and I just want to tell him like fresh, but then he didn't want to.
But now you can tell me fresh. I'm old. I forgot already what I read.
You were like, ooh. Anyway, okay. What happened?
Okay, tell me.
He was so annoying, kid. He must have been such an annoying kid. No wonder you got beaten up, boy. Okay.
I'm ready to listen.
Are you sure?
Yes. Please tell me.
Oh, gosh. So
it sounds exciting.
So our friend Timmy and me and my husband and our kids, we went home from a friend's house. Not too late, I think around 10ish. And we drove in home, so we passed some places, among them a student party place. Anyway, so it was uphill, and we were waiting to get to his house. We were pretty close. There was a car in front of us who's just stopped, like in the middle of a crossing. Wow. And we were on a hill, so we could have slidden down. That's why I was thinking, like, why can't you just continue driving so we can continue on? Right. So that street in front of us was pretty narrow. And it was only one way, so it's not necessarily one way, but the car would only fit, like one car would fit. Yeah. So we couldn't pass that one. So we were waiting there, and that car in front of us, it was on, like the motor was on, everything, but it was not moving.
Oh my gosh.
And they
ruining
didn't
the environment.
Oh my gosh, that's not the problem. So they didn't blink. We didn't see, like, where is this car going? Right. Is this car just waiting in the middle of the crossing? For, I don't know, the rupture or whatever, I don't know.
You poor thing.
It was really annoying. And
I can imagine.
I was also in a heated discussion with Jonas. I don't remember what, but anyway. So we were waiting, and this car was not moving. And I told Jonas, do the blinking sign, with the light, because it was dark. So he was like blinking with the light, just saying like, hello, we're here, move. And then he wouldn't move. And then I said, use the horn.
Wow.
And then Jonas was using the horn, was still not moving. We waited a bit more. And I'm not a patient person. And it was late at night. I wanted to drop off some friend. I wanted to get home.
When you're at your best.
The kids were in the back seat and they were tired. And I'm like, let's get moving. And that person was not showing any indication. Like, are you waiting for someone? Right. Or is something wrong with your car? Do you need instructions? Like, do you don't know where to go? Whatever. Then at some point they moved, and I was so upset. So I was like, not Swedish. Yes. So I got out of the car and I just like walked up to them and I said like you can't. Whatever you're doing, you can't stand in the middle of the crossing and block the whole way. And I said it in English because of like Swedish English, and they was in English, and I'm like, okay. And then that guy, he was like, what? How can you talk to me like that? We're not in China or Thailand or whatever, or wherever you come from. I'm like, I was thinking, oh no, you didn't.
Wait.
Oh no, you didn't.
For those of you guys who don't know Lynn, she's pulling out her earrings, she's taking off her wig, taking off her shoes, taking off her fake nails. She's about to get down. She's about to beat somebody.
Actually, I was like, and then the guy, so that guy who sat in the car at the driver's seat, he looked Middle Eastern. Right. And his friend next to him, he was dark skinned. Yeah. So he either was he was
Something.
dark skinned. Yeah,
he was somewhere from somewhere.
and the dark skinned guy, his friend, he told the other guy like, dude, you can't be talking like you can't say that. He said like, you can't say that.
Okay.
And I was like, I talked to that guy. I was so shocked. I'm like, are you a racist? Like, what's going on? Like, are you a racist?
That's so not Swedish,
and then he was like, no, I'm a Muslim. And you know, this is just something that just cuts you off so much because like it's so stupid that I don't know what to say.
How did you answer him?
I mean, we stopped at that because his friend, he apologized. Like the dark-skinned friend, he's like, oh, sorry, we're sorry. Like, we will not do this again. Like, and I told him like, I said like, it's not against you guys. I'm just saying that you can't be blocking the street like that.
Right.
You have to go to the side so people can pass. And then I just walked into the car and we went. But I was just so shocked that someone who's clearly an immigrant himself would tell me somehow, because what he was saying, like, oh, you are so uncivilized. We are not from China or Thailand or Taiwan or where you come from, where people are uncivilized. That is what he was saying.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, no, you didn't. Like,
and if you see Lynn right now, she's shaking her head.
Oh, my gosh.
She's becoming Shanae. She's about to get... Like, hey, Lynn, remember? It wasn't me, okay? So
like,
don't beat
dude.
me up.
No, but the thing is, he got really agitated as well.
Right.
Like, his body, it felt like he wanted to step out of the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it felt like he wanted to open the car.
Girl fight.
And but he was a guy.
Oh,
and
maybe.
I saw
we don't know who he
some
identifies himself with.
Victor, what was it?
Yeah, guards
over there because there's a student thing going on. And I was thinking like, should I go and get the guards? Like I was thinking for a second, should I go and get the guards? But I was also thinking, I mean, both my friend Timmy and Jonas were in the car. I mean, at least one of them would come to my help, wouldn't they? I'm not getting beat up.
Depends. They wait till you got beat up, and then they left you in a bloody pulp, and then they're like, "Oh, Lynn, you need some help?"
No, but I was actually really upset, and I thought it was so ridiculous because that's clearly an immigrant himself.
Yeah.
And you're looking down on someone else.
Because maybe he doesn't feel... I mean, some people move to Sweden and they feel like they're so integrated into Swedish society.
But he was speaking English because I asked him Swedish or English and he said English.
Well, okay.
And then
I've tried to do everything I can for him. Hang him.
You know, and the reply, are you racist? No, I am a Muslim. Like, okay, if you're Muslim, you can't be racist?
Yeah.
Really? Like...
Well, I mean, if you think of like the diversity of Islam, where it just welcomes in all kinds of people, you might think
who want to be Muslims.
Yeah. You know, it's not like in some places like Pakistan and you know, the West Bank. No, I guess those places are different, I guess.
I mean,
I have no idea what I just said.
I was just so shocked. I didn't know how to answer. Like,
I know, but I'm so surprised that you didn't have anything to say.
Because it's like so unrelated.
You should have given us
like,
a mama bear. You should give us a mama slap. You could at least, you know.
No,
yes.
That's violence.
Or give him the B-blick.
The B-blick. I definitely did him the B-blick because I was really upset.
Oh wow! Oh,
why you think he was so like? What is it? You can't talk to me like that. Oh yes, I can.
And then he was like, Okay.
So you know, I posted that story also on Facebook, and people were like, my father-in-law, he was like, traffic rules are meant for everyone. Everyone has to obey them.
Wow. Really?
So I'm like, some people were, sorry that you had to experience that.
Really?
And I'm like, just like, you know, I'm not used to experiencing racism in Sweden. I'm used to that in Germany.
I mean, you've been exempted from quite a lot of racism in Sweden.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, though. You would think that you would have more.
I'm Asian.
You're not white.
I'm still Asian.
You sure?
If you're supposed to be an immigrant, you better be the good kind of immigrant. That's Asians.
I don't identify you with Asians.
Why not?
I don't know.
I look Asian. Look at my face. It doesn't get more Asian than that. Every single person.
You don't have an Asian face.
Every single person
You look almost like a black person.
I'm Chinese.
Look at your pretty lips.
Everyone thinks I'm Chinese. Everyone.
Really?
Even the Chinese think I'm Chinese.
Really?
Yeah.
But you don't look Chinese.
Dude, are you blind?
You think you look Chinese?
People think I look Chinese.
I don't think you look
Chinese.
Chinese.
When I went with Jonas Anna through Asia, everyone thought I was their translator.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Haven't I told you about the story? I think we were
No, I don't think so.
Wait, I think we were in China, and Jonas was walking with his sister Anna Karin, and my daughter and Jonas' daughter Nomi in the subway.
Yeah.
And I walked after them because they were walking in front of me.
Right.
There was an Asian lady, an Asian girl coming up to them, those two white people, and asked them, pointing at me, asking, "Is this girl bothering you?"
No.
Yes. And I'm
no,
like,
you never told me that one.
oh
Really?
my gosh. I was like, because
gosh.
I didn't understand what's going on
Right.
over there. So I was
Right.
like, is she asking for the way? Or like, I came after him, like, asked him, like, what's going on? She's like,
She
oh,
went prayer.
well, she just asked if you were bothering us. And I was like, no. And I'm like,
Wow.
oh, no, she didn't.
Oh my gosh.
So I got
That's
racist.
crazy.
Yeah. Like, as if I
Wow.
was some crazy Chinese girl running after some white people, like, bothering them. I'm
Do
like,
people do that there?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I was
anyone.
accused of
I don't
that.
remember anyone in China chasing after people.
I don't know, but
Oh,
but apparently, yeah, that girl thought that I was bothering
Wow.
them. I'm like, no, girl, this is my child, this is my husband, so get out.
Wow.
You
That
didn't
is-
know that, no?
No, I never heard that story before.
Wow, now I told you.
Never heard that story before. I'm in shock.
So yeah,
Lynn, you poor thing.
no, I don't think it's bad. But what would you have done in that situation? Maybe you wouldn't have gotten so upset.
With the guy, when I got out the car?
Yeah.
If I get out the car, we're about to fight. I don't just get out the car for any reason. When I get out the car, it's time to throw down. You better put your fist up because I'm about to pummel you. Boom, boom.
Really? No, you won't.
No, I know, but I like to believe.
you want
But I like to
me.
believe. I want people to fear me. No, I think that's a hard situation. I think that in that situation, I would have probably done like you.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Well,
I
okay,
was
no.
upset. I don't know
Okay,
if you're upset.
no.
I don't think you would go and face.
No, yeah,
Go
I'm not
face to
afraid.
face.
I'm not afraid of beating up people.
I wasn't ready
I'm
to
a man.
beat up people. I
I'm a
was
man.
just.
No, I think that if you haven't pushed my buttons, then it's hard to get them to push. But if you've already done it, then it's easier.
To what?
Get me to conform to or push me to something or whatever. It's easy.
What you mean? I don't get it. What are you talking about?
I have no idea. I think it was just fun. I mean, I told you. I didn't have. Did I tell you I had like a half migraine today or something?
Yeah.
So I'm
before.
like really weird. Like in my head, my brain is
Like
still
more
scrambled.
than normally?
No, I know. It's really sad. Normally, I'm like I can just the normal crazy. But today I was like, it's almost like I don't know. I'm forgetting
It's
stuff.
extra
Like
crazy.
it's like really. I was like scrambled. My head is so freaking scrambled.
Okay. So we
but
were
anyway.
talking about what you would have done in that situation.
Yeah, but then I don't. I mean, in most situations when it's like that, I think I have a tendency to try to just handle the situation.
Like how? What would you do?
So you can get mad at me. I pray to God and ask Him to fill me with His love and let it be greater than anything that I could possibly want to get back with. That's what I do.
Boring.
But it's what I do. I rely upon God to give me.
That's why
strength.
people are not afraid of you.
Yeah.
That's why people are afraid of me.
I'm afraid of you. I don't want you to be mad at me. You were mad at me once. That was enough. I was like, I cried for like a month. My soul was damaged. It was like, I just can't get back up in the morning. Go back to sleep.
That's why you should pity my children.
I know.
Mom,
I'm going to rescue them.
You know what was bad?
No,
I was
what?
really upset today. And then
Oh.
I screamed at my son, who's just 2.
Oh my
And then
gosh,
he
you're a
got
monster.
he got really sad. And then
Yeah.
he came and hugged me and like, Mama, Mama. And I'm like,
Huh.
oh.
Maybe I should try that at home. Maybe I might get some more love out of my children. I can always squeeze a few more ounces of love out of them.
No, but I felt sorry for him. Like, oh, poor boy.
No, I'm not. I think that, but I think in that situation, besides asking God for help, okay, that's the only thing I would do.
You're like,
That's what I
asking
do
God
every
for
day.
your forgiveness after I punched him in the
Yeah,
face.
really. I'm going to ask God to forgive me after I punch you because I know He's going to forgive me. So therefore, I should punch you.
To make that
you.
forgiveness count.
Yeah, no, oof.
So you wouldn't have done anything. You would just be
I don't know.
upset and
I guess
pray
it
to
depends on how the person did it.
Did what?
I probably was, if it was 2 immigrants, I probably would have gotten out of the car and talked to them and said,
yeah, but that's
hey,
what I tried to do.
Yeah, I'm like, this wasn't cool. Why are you guys doing this? You could just put over to the side.
Maybe they got upset because I was upset because I talked to them.
No, but I think so. What was it? I was doing something. Yeah, so I was supposed to meet this guy for a meeting last week, and I said, "Well, is it okay if I park in front of the building?" He says, "Oh, just park anywhere." Okay, so I did. It was, and I didn't see the sign that the parking space was towards some locksmith or something.
Okay.
Who had no customers, but anyway.
But
so I come back.
Thing.
I come back from lunch. He's like, "Oh, is that your car?" Yeah. I got my car, and I forgot I had my press shirt on.
Oh.
And he just starts yelling at me. I'm like, "Listen, my friend told me I could just park here. You can ask him up there." I didn't look at it. We're going to lunch. I was just going to go for a short time, but we had a long lunch. Sorry. And I'm still the only car there. So he's trying to tell me I'm chasing away his business, and I'm like. You should be glad somebody parked there.
You can't be saying that.
And then he was yelling at me, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, dude, if I was a Swedish person, you would not be yelling. You would be like, oh, well, that's not a nice thing to do. And the Swedish person, oh, I'm really so sorry. Forgive me. But he sees an immigrant, sees this black guy, and he's got to put me in my place. And I just sat and listened. I was just about to go, excuse me, I really don't know what you're saying, but I guess you're telling me to have a really good day. So you have a great day and God bless you. Like sometimes I just want to forget that I speak Swedish and like not say anything evil to them, but to be like overly nice and good and to thank them for the compliment they gave me.
Oh.
Heat that burning coal in the head. Let it burn a hole all the way through. Yeah, so I mean that's kind of my way. My way of I'm always trying to turn the situation around.
Sneaky.
Oh yeah, my brains are sneaky already. Even alternative when that happens, like how am I gonna get back at you, but not get back at you because
I'm going to get back at you, so you can't get
loving,
back at me.
But I don't know.
Okay, how did it end? He got mad at you?
He got mad. I got in the car and I just said, you know
Drove
what?
off.
I'm like, what do you want me to say? I said, I'm sorry. It was an accident. It wasn't anything. And you know what? I don't care anymore. Bye.
Really?
And I just got in the car and left.
Oh, wow.
I just figured that, you know what? I got places to go to. I don't need to sit here and listen to you
Wabbling.
Right. I was going to say something else, but biatch and moan. Okay.
Wow.
I'm like, but some days, like sometimes I wish I was more of a telling off person.
Tell them to.
Like I wish I would have just turned around when he said that. I would have just said, "Listen here, if I was Swedish, you wouldn't be saying this. So shut up and kiss my butt."
Woo! You can't be doing that wearing that thing.
Yes, I can. I can do it with a priest collar on.
Really?
No.
I was like, "Are you sure?"
I'm getting in a lot of trouble. I think that's just one day I just freak out as a priest. I just walk down the street. Kiss my butt. I hate you.
Everyone.
Come here. Eat my boop.
Wow, that's what the best you can bring.
Yeah, that's what happens when I melt down. No, I guess I just I see I'm stumbling over
So
what I would say. No,
so-
because I see a lot of racism and stuff all the time.
But would you say that is that was racism that happened to you?
I think so. I think if I was there, I would have been upset that he just assumed that he knew which kind of Asian you were. Like, what bothers me that he calls you something that you're not.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, he wasn't even like interested in finding out who you really were. He put a label on you based on his own short-sightedness. That would piss me off.
And also that he was saying that those cultures or countries are less civilized. Because he was saying, you cannot talk to me like that. We are not in China and Thailand. And,
then he would have. No, okay.
That is what I think is the racist part, where you assume, you come from those places that are uncivilized. That is why you talk to me like that. And I would be like, dude.
No.
Like, yeah, no.
I think that, no, I think he needs to be
Jesus.
slapped. No, I mean Jesus. He needs Jesus. Sorry. Did I say be slapped? I didn't really mean that. Oh, yes, I did.
But I mean, I think that's why his friend told him you can't be saying things like that.
Yeah, like his friend realized, like, dude, I was just like, yeah, but
it was bad.
I have a friend who says stupid stuff like that too, and I always have to punch him.
Really, you do?
Yeah, I punch him. I have because I'm like
in the arm or
in the arm.
Yeah.
Should punch me in the mouth one day. I'm like, dude, this is too racist. You can't say stuff like that.
Did you say it's too racist?
Yeah.
There is a scale of racist.
Like,
how
so there's
racist
like,
you
there's
can go.
like racist you're not conscious of, racism that okay, it's bad, but it's not as bad as it could be. It could be worse. Then there's racism.
There's ultra racism.
Yeah, there's like all these different degrees and stuff like that. So, yeah, he's not too racist.
He's not too racist. He's just racist enough to tell him off.
Exactly. He's just a little racist, just on the surface. No.
So I think that was really terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a horrible situation to be in.
But that is why I was so confused, because he was looking down on those countries, but then raising himself up. No, I can't be racist because I'm a Muslim. So I'm like, what? That's why I just like... It is like, I talk to you about something like, no, you can't be washing, I don't know, clothes in 90 degrees. They're going to shrink. And then you're like, of course I can. Orange is around.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? What does that have to do with everything? What? I don't get it. What?
Wow.
You're like, yeah, orange is around. And I'm like, but you can't wash them in 90s.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, that's crazy.
I think that's why my brain was just like, can't compute.
No, I mean, I guess it would just be a difficult situation to be in.
Do you want to be enacted? Do you want to be Lynn? And I can be that guy for you?
No. No, I just think it's too crazy.
So what would you give our listeners advice if they would end up in a kind of racist situation? Yeah. People are like, oh.
Well, I think that. So I think if one of our listeners who's a believer, I would say that God can always give you the strength to walk away, to not participate in something. So maybe that's just one of the areas I would just be there, thinking like, okay, well, maybe it's okay to do something like that.
What?
I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Started getting really spongy in the head. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, you're not feeling well today.
Because I had this really great example in my head. I forgot it. I was trying to make up something as I went along, and I forgot that. Lynn, help me. Can you help?
No, you had those.
No, but I
today.
think for our listeners, I think that now I'm going to be serious. I think that I mean, racism is all around us, and unfortunately, if you're not, like in your case, it doesn't happen that often.
No,
but it does happen. And so, but you're still aware that it can happen too. So you're not
by another immigrant.
But you're not.
That's surprising.
Oh, really? I mean, immigrants are really racist. That's a funny thing. I think is like as an immigrant, you're treated so poorly in Sweden sometimes, but you carry your traditional racism with you, and so at the same time you're poor. You need help from the government. You may take hours and hours or weeks and weeks
to do what?
To get done with anything.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
We're talking about that immigrants.
Sorry. That immigrants are racist also. And so what happens is that, I don't know what's wrong with my brain today. But they take their racism with them. Mm-hmm. And sometimes what happens is they may be racist to you because they don't consider you Swedish. On the same par with them.
Yeah. He was looking down on those cultures.
Exactly. He would experience that he could have racism, but what he wasn't feeling that he was then in turn being racist to you.
So you think...
And so I think that sometimes when we tell people, like we have to look at the situation. If it's ignorant...
No, there was not ignorance.
I know he wasn't. But if it's ignorance, we want to give them education so they can be less ignorant.
Yeah.
If they're just exposing their own racism, then we need to call them on that and not tolerate anything.
Mm-hmm. Tell them, you're racist!
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think our listeners need to, when you're in that situation, call it what it is.
Yeah.
If you feel it's racist, then say it's racist, but make sure you know what you're talking about. Don't just use the racist card.
Yeah. Don't overuse it. It loses its power.
Like you can only use it so many times, and it's you go beyond that, you're just looking stupid.
Yeah, people are like, you weird.
Yeah.
Or you don't understand, or you're just overly sensitive.
Yeah, overly spiritual, whatever it is.
Okay, thank you guys for listening. Send in
what
you think.
It's going away again.
What?
It's so much fun to be with you. Does it have to end?
No, but we can record more episodes.
How?
And other things.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be just as good. But only if our listeners keep writing into us
Yeah.
and helping us to reach our 500,000 mark by the end of the year.
We have been in the Ukrainian Christianity podcast charts, actually.
Whoop, whoop. Sweden and America, you better get on your job.
Thank you, Ukraine.
Thank you,
We are
Ukraine.
with you, brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. We hear you. We see you. We see you listening to us.
Yes.
And we are really grateful. We support you guys.
Boop, boop, boop. You know,
Keep
kick
the party going.
P-man in the butt.
Shh. No politics on this podcast.
I didn't say anybody. You just have to figure out who the P-man is.
Mm-hmm.
Who's fighting against Ukraine. There's no... I mean, it's like so wide. It could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be anybody.
Yes. But anyway, to our brothers and sisters around the world who are watching and listening to us, write to us from the Ukraine. Write to us from all the other places.
Yeah.
Spain and Latvia, you know, and everything. And
Yeah.
let us know what it is that you want us to talk about, because
Yeah.
we're here for you.
If you want to know more about Sweden, tell us. If you want to know more about how to get settled in Sweden, tell us. What exactly you want to know?
You wanna know
tell us your real life
You want
story.
to know more about Lynn and her shenanigans? Tell me. I'll tell you all about it. Especially now that she's let her hair grow long. Ooh, that girl can fight.
I went to the hairdresser.
But your hair looks really nice. It looks really shiny and alive.
I cut it like 2 days ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But it looks, I mean, it didn't seem like it was that long last week.
No, it was really long. My hairdresser friend, he was like, whoa. I mean, I wasn't a hairdresser last 2 years ago, so I guess.
Wow.
If you're poor, what can you do?
You're not poor. You could just let me cut your hair. At least.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. First, you want to let me take pictures of your birth.
Yeah.
You could at least let me cut your hair.
No.
The underarm hair.
Like, be my guest.
Think like after church service, you raise up your arm and I take out a razor. Oh, Lynn, thanks. Now I know you really love me.
You can wash my feet too, because that's biblical.
I'm not washing your feet. I'm sure your feet's like, they got crust all over them. You know.
Mm-mm.
Do you have any hard skin on your feet?
Only a little bit here.
Really?
Yeah, not so much.
I don't have any. I take really good care of my feet.
Okay, old man.
I can't bend over, but I can have a stick with a piece of rag on it. I'm just like down there, like.
Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you guys for listening. We gotta stop. That's getting crazy again.
What we wanted to say was keep writing to us. Let us know about your real life experiences. Let us know things that you want us to continue to talk about on the podcast as we give you wisdom, insight, and understanding.
And entertainment.
Okay. So I was trying to be serious, Lynn, with my serious voice.
Okay. Sorry.
Lynn, you sleep well tonight.
You racist.
I'm not. I'm a Christian.
Thank you, everyone. Good
Thank
night.
you, good night.
Thank you for listening. If you have any comments or ideas, please send us a message to fikaforlife@mail.com. Fika, F-I-K-A. This was the Fika for Life podcast with Linh and Edward Thomas, and we hope to hear you again.